emotionally connect with this film and relate something in their lifetime or their past family's lifetime that actually happened with this. So I mean, really connect with the characters and just feel the struggles they're going through.
We have to move to this section next.
Go ahead, Nate. The one thing that I'll mention about that is that as we were doing the research and as we were filming this, we started hearing all these other stories about other people, other events, things that were relevant. So relevant that they all deserved their own documentary. That was the one thing that I would say I got from it the most. It was like, we started talking, this thing got so long because we started, you know, branching out with this story, that story. To keep it focused, you know, we really had to cut back, but that was when we realized that there was so much that hasn't been told, so much that hasn't been brought out, and so much that many of us don't even know. And I think that was the thing that I probably learned the most out of the whole.
Thank you, Stan. I'd love to come to you, sir. I've just been informed that there are people on the clock, as you know. This is a business, and there are employees that have lives, and I have fellow Canadians that have to go through the real time. So we're going to limit 2 more questions, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
The cemetery.
Where's that cemetery?
It was downtown Detroit. It was Elmwood Cemetery.
Okay. That doesn't count as one question, okay?
The Elmwood Cemetery.
The Elmwood Cemetery.
The graves that he was showing is actually the graves of the 102nd African-American unit that fought in the Civil War in the Elmwood Cemetery.
And the grave we showed in the one scene where you kind of hear the thundering effect was actually George D. Baptiste's
Stone.
grave.
Yeah. There's a lady at the very back. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, James Wright just was awarded a National Book Award for a book called Good Lord Bird about
I'm sorry, Good Lord.
Bird, B-I-R-D. And it really portrayed John Brown as super eccentric, but I like the word that I heard from very principled. Did you find in your research that he was kind of on the lunatic side or super? You really came from that. Maybe it was novel, but I didn't.
I didn't really see him as that. I mean, yeah, maybe he could be classified a madman at times, but in the end, definitely a martyr.
James Horton, who's a leading African-American historian and a friend of mine, likes to talk about John Brown and say, he thought like a black man, and they called him crazy.
And this, I'm afraid, this, as much as we'd all like to answer all the questions,
The finale?
Yes, the finale. This gentleman here has been waiting patiently, and I'd like to give him the floor.
Yes, I just want to applaud Luke and for such a wonderful documentary, and of course the opportunity to have my son work with you on that. As a historian and writer myself, as it relates to race relations and diversity, you may not have thought about this, but the collaboration of Americans to abolish slavery, I believe, addresses diversity and race relations in the most profound way, because it brought together, as you see, all the different races and genders and nationalities of people to eradicate and to end something as cruel as slavery. And as a result of that, it has helped to build this great nation that we live in. Even though the Africans were uprooted and brought to this country, it was because of the relationships and the fight that free blacks and the abolitionists, such as John Brown, imposed. Our ancestors, your and my ancestors, are now able to engage in those luxuries that come with being American citizens. They, doctors, lawyers, astronauts, you name it, we're doing it. Even the President of the United States. And it goes back to that collaboration. So I think when you move to your additional projects, if it encompasses projects of this nature, you should certainly look at how it has impacted America and the growth of this country.
Okay, that ends our program. I do want to say that this film is actually going to be, a version of it is actually going to be put on our Underground Railroad website in clips, in sections, and so at some point within the next month or so you'll be able to go to the museum's Underground Railroad website and view the film in its entirety. Thank you.
If I may, counter briefly, making no apologies, as a Canadian school child, it was part of the curriculum to visit Uncle Tom's Cabin. And that did enlighten us as children. I don't know, my niece perhaps can tell you whether that's still an integral part of the educational system, but that was an eye-opener, and that certainly contributed to saying yes to getting involved with this project. Thank you so much for your support tonight. It means so much to Lou